Hey guys, I am back with a chat video and I hope everybody has been doing well this past week. I've had a pretty good week myself, and if you notice anything different, I am filming on my brand new camera. I have been watching some YouTube videos to learn it and reading the manual, so I still have a ton of stuff to learn about the camera. But if you are curious, I did get the Canon EOS 80D. I just looked over to the side. I knew it was the 80D, but I was like, EOS, yes, I wanted to include that in there. So, I'm still learning I've got so much to learn about this camera, but I am loving the autofocus, and it's got like this face tracking, so I am looking at the viewfinder, but everywhere I move, this box follows my face, so I like that, so I'm always in focus. I'm not sure about the lighting situation right now. It looks different, and I'm sorry, I keep looking over there because this is so different for me using this camera. I am going to talk about it more later. I have taken a lot of photography classes in my life, but I'm not a professional, and when I took those classes, digital was just coming into the forefront. So I learned on film, 35mm film. And I came very close to buying a medium format film camera. I really wanted that camera, but I haven't shot on film in years, so I'm kind of glad. On one hand, I kind of wish I had gotten it, but on the other hand, I'm kind of glad I didn't because people are really not using film anymore. But regardless of all of that, I am not an expert on this digital camera whatsoever. I'm very much an amateur, but I'm thinking what I will do, there's like hundreds of YouTube videos out there from experts and professionals about how to use this particular camera, but I thought, you know, I might do a video where, just coming from an amateur, how was it easy for me to use? Was it easy for me to learn? And things like that. I think that might be helpful if you are interested in maybe purchasing this camera. I would not say it is an entry-level camera whatsoever. I watched a video where a guy said that, and he took so much hate from saying that because it is not, and I 100% agree with those people commenting that. I wasn't hating on the guy, but just saying it's an entry-level camera. It is not. I would say if you're interested in going into the Canon world, the Rebel would be like an entry-level DSLR camera, whereas this one is a step above that. There are other Canon cameras that are much more professional than this, but I am not completely familiar with the Canon world. When I originally started taking photography, I did buy a Canon DSLR first. It was the Elan 2, and it may have even been EOS Elan 2. I did not get the Rebel. So it was like one step above the Rebel, and I used that for like my first photography class, and then I found out that a lot of people in the photography world, and there's going to be arguments, but a lot of people like Nikon cameras better for the pictures, and I would potentially agree with that, but I've heard so much and been studying so much and watching so many videos whereas if you want to take good quality video, the Canon it's getting more of a thumbs up that I have seen, and I have had the little Canon point and shoots, the S120, and which I did end up selling that on eBay, and then I got the Canon G7X Mark II. I always get some of those letters and numbers mixed up, and I am really loving that little point and shoot camera. So, so far Canon is getting a thumbs up for me. The biggest, and I'm going to do another video later again, but so I don't want to get too much into this, but the biggest difference for me is all the dials are in different places, so I'm having to learn those from where Nikon puts them. So anyway, let's see, eBay sales this week. I sold 2 items this week, and I was thrilled about that, but my store fees came due this week, so I've got basically the basic store that you can have, and it's $19.95 a month, and the last thing I sold basically just went to pay my store fees, so I didn't really make anything on that, but it is what it is. But I was still thrilled that the 2 things sold, and that I was able to not have to like pull money out of my bank account, that the sales covered it, if you know what I mean. So hopefully more sales will be happening this coming week. I still have a whole lot of books to list. I know I keep saying that. I finally got all of the Goodwill clothing listed. I've got 2 more Wild Fox sweatshirts. Let me tell you, these things look rough, but Wild Fox sells so great for me, so these are looking a bit rough, I'm gonna be honest, and maybe put $10 on them, but they are extremely popular sweatshirts on just in the world, right? I mean, not in the world, I don't know about the whole world, but at least I love them, and they seem to be very popular. So I have had really no trouble selling my Wild Fox sweatshirts. So I have a couple that I just haven't worn in a long time. I wore them, and then got more, and a lot of times I'll do that. I'll wear them, then get another one and sell the old ones. So but I did wear these to death practically. There's not any holes or anything like that, at least I don't think so. But I need to look them over very well and make sure, but it looks like there's just a lot of pilling on them, and that is very prominent on Wild Fox sweatshirts. So I gotta list those 2 and hopefully get some more books done in the next couple of days, the next 2 or 3 days. So that is my goal. Maybe go back through my closet again. I did order some clothing for my trip on basically, I was going to wait until March to do it and do it like no buy for February, but President's Day sales happened. I think I talked about this in last chat. So I ended up doing some President's Day sales, so I'm gonna do no buy for most of March, other than just, you know, maybe 1 or 2 more things that I just like would find necessary for my trip, but no more clothing, that is for sure. And then, because I want to save all my pennies and dollars for shopping on my trip. So let's see, I got a couple of empties to show you right here. I emptied this eye cream, and I already had a backup on it, the Shiseido eye cream. It's my favorite one. Love it. And then I emptied my La Mer, the moisturizing soft cream. This is the 1/2 ounce one. Yeah. So I did order another one of these, and the reason I was almost out of it, but the reason that pushed me into ordering another one was, number one, I was almost out, but they had a La Mer deluxe mini size that came with it, or I could ask for it from Sephora. And so it's one of their newest moisturizers, and it's like a gel. And so far I am really liking it. I'm not sure that it's going to replace that one in my life, but it definitely replaces just the soft cream, or what is the moisturizing cream, the one with that's really, really thick. I did not like that one. And so also I've got new glasses on. I am seeing in the viewfinder that there's quite a bit of glare, so I'm not sure. I like to try to wear the glasses that don't have a glare on them in the video for you guys. But I do have a couple of other pairs. So these glasses came from Warby Parker, and I will tell you, I think I'm going to do another video on my Warby Parker shopping and glasses purchasing experience. So anyway, I really, really did like these. I had actually picked these other 2 pair. I was about to check out, and I looked down on this counter and I saw these, and I just fell in love with the rose gold on it. I will tell you quickly though, the other 2, one pair is extremely comfortable, one pair is about average. This one I did wear each pair one day, all day this week. I wore a different pair each day just to try them out. And these were the ones that I had they're not uncomfortable just to wear like right now, but the longer the day went on, or the more into the day I got, right where these earpieces are, they really started bothering me a lot. And this one I am not used to wearing. Has, oh, you know what, with this new camera I can do stuff up close, I think. Is that coming, is that in focus? No, it's still focused on me. How do people do that? This is so new to me because I've never had a camera that did autofocusing, but it has these 2 nose pieces that I will admit I'm not the biggest fan of those. Then this is another pair. They're kind of like some that I already have, but not exactly. So they are kind of, you know, like a clear frame, but in like a rose gold plastic. So I just fell in love with these and I was like, I want those. So these are maybe medium comfort level, and the reason I say that is they're a little bit heavy. They're heavier, and that can, you know, over the course of the day they get just a little heavy, but overall not bad. Then I'm going to show you my most comfortable pair. Now, this, I wanted something like this in a different color, blue, and here they are. I wanted big frames, but I wanted like those blue glasses. If you've been with me for a while, I had some like not the turquoise blue ones that I have by Coach. They were kind of frames like this, and they were blue. This is my favorite color, blue. And I accidentally knocked them off of my dresser. I'm not sure exactly what happened. I laid them down and somehow they bounced off and it fractured the lenses, but I had those glasses for so long that I didn't feel it'd be advantageous to me to put new lenses in them because of the fact that I was afraid the frames had been, what's the word, not structurally sound, where they might break or something, because I'd worn them for so many years. But those were my favorite glasses, and it hurt me when the lenses fractured because I was still able to see out of them. Is it going to bother you guys if I don't know, you can't answer right now, but if I just keep these glasses on? I don't know. I'm just going to keep these on. And they still do have the glare on them. That's something that bothers me a little bit when filming. Just in general, I don't think anybody would notice it too much, but I can see it in the viewfinder. So anyway, that was, and I'm going to do a separate video talking about the whole experience that I had and really my overall thoughts from start to finish on Warby Parker. That'll be another video coming up sometime March, April, I don't know when, because I've got several videos planned for you. And sorry, I don't know why I keep doing this with my hands today. I feel like I'm just excited with this new camera and I don't quite know what to do with my hands. I don't know why one has anything to do with the other. But I am not going to be able to film my, what am I calling it? My pre-trip collective haul is what I'm going to call it. I'm still waiting on some stuff to come in, but I am going to have to return some things. So before I do that, I wanted to show you what I was going to be returning. And this first thing that I've got right here is a skirt, and I'm honestly not heartbroken about returning it. I debated and debated and debated whether or not to get this skirt. It was on sale, and then they did an extra 30% off, so I thought it was a really good deal. And I read reviews and people were like, oh, I get so many compliments. It's a really great skirt. They did say that the waist runs fairly large. But I was looking at the skirt, and I'll tell you why. I love the print on it. It's plaid, and I love me some plaid. This is what was causing my, on the fabric right here, it is sewn right here. And this hits me in a very odd place that doesn't usually work for my body type. I don't need this. If they would have not had this panel right here on this fabric sewn to this one, if it would have just been one piece, I would have been thrilled. So I debated and debated it, and so I went ahead and ordered it, especially when they said, so J. Crew did President's Day sale, pre-President's Day, everything 30% off of full-priced items, with some exceptions. Then, like on President's Day, they went, everything is 30% off, with a few exceptions, but including sale items. So I went ahead and got this because it was already on sale. And it was an extra 30% off the sale price, and I thought it was really cute. I looked online, I looked at people's like Instagram photos. It was a very popular skirt apparently. So it came in and I took it out of the packaging and I immediately was like, I do not like the weight of this. It is super heavy. I don't know what this material, or I realize I should say fabric. Fabric, I believe, is the proper term. I use it interchangeably with material. Somebody once said, I was watching on YouTube, material is stuff you use to like construction work or road work, but clothing is made out of fabric. So when I pulled it out, it was super, super heavy, and that's not what I wanted. I wanted something more lightweight, so I wasn't thrilled with the fabric. And so I tried it on, and let's just get real here, guys. I pulled it up, and it got maybe halfway up my thighs, a little bit higher, and got stuck. And I was like, well, I'm not going to be able to get it on that way, so then I can go one over the head. And the waist was ginormous. I ordered a medium. I did order a petite because it's very long. And so I'm 5'5", so I'm on that cusp of really not needing petite. I think petite is like from 5'4" and below. So technically don't have to have it, but I wanted petite because I didn't want it dragging the ground. And since it was so long, I thought it'd be just fine. And I was imagining what I was going to wear with this, but needless to say, the waist was huge. So I needed probably a small in the waist. I don't even know what the measurements is on this. I didn't take the measurements. But I tightened, it does have a tie. I tightened it up, and then this part of the fabric just bunched out and looked horrible in the back. And then where this seam is right here, it was so tight across the hip area, or lower back hip area. It looked terrible. And you know what? I was like, I'm going to return that thing. Even though it was on sale, it still wasn't extremely cheap. And this is for, just in my opinion, anybody might, other people might differ. This is for somebody, even though it is like a full skirt, this is for somebody with a body shape that's just kind of straight up and down, not a whole, not a lot in the hip area. Let's just, I'm being honest with you guys. More of a straight up and down, not a lot of curves to the body. Just, is that called banana shaped? I think it is. But anyway, that is, it does just not fit me. So that is going back today, but I wanted to show you. I do love the way it looks online and on other people's photographs, but just did not work for me. Then the next thing, now this one saddened me a lot. I love the color. So they had these cashmere sweaters. Now this was not on sale, so it does not break my heart on that manner, taking it back. But it was this pink cashmere sweater. Now I have fallen in love with cashmere like the 2017 year, or was it late 2016? And for years I thought I could not wear cashmere because I just itch so much when I wear cashmere. Then I found the Max Mara cashmere sweaters, which I love. And that reminds me, I was going to do a review about the wear and tear. I need to do that. I just love those. They're 100% cashmere, the softest sweaters I've ever worn. They don't itch. I love them. Then I found the combination of silk cashmere sweaters at Banana Republic. I love those as well. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to go for it. It is 100% cashmere. I just looked at the tag. I tried it on. It came in, I think, Thursday evening. I tried it on, and I was like, I can't deal with this. Even if I wear a t-shirt underneath it, the sleeves just scratched so badly that I was like, I'm going to have something underneath it all the time, and long sleeves underneath it. But there's one problem. These sleeves are not full-length sleeves. They stop somewhere like maybe right here. They're not 3/4 of length. They're more than that, but not full length. They're somewhere weird. So I was thinking, if I have a long sleeve shirt on underneath it, that shirt is going to stick out from the cuff. So another thing is, they say this one runs really small. So this is a large. I chose to go for a large because I was reading reviews, and the fit was really good on me. I didn't mind the fit whatsoever. I liked the way it looked. I didn't mind the sleeve length whatsoever. But I could not stand the scratchiness or itchiness, whatever the proper word is, of this sweater. And the tag just literally just fell off. I'm going to have to try to put that back on. I didn't remove it on purpose. It just wasn't put on there very well. I had to take a pause for a minute. I was coughing and then I was like, what was I going to say next? There is a new Ulta store opening in Nashville, so I'm going to go to the grand opening today. The first 100 people there, which there could be like 1,000 people out there, I don't know, but my chances of being the first 100 are probably slim to none. But they're going to give them like coupons, I think, and they could be worth, I want to say it was like $5 to $100, so fingers crossed I might get to be one of the first 100. I doubt it. I'm not going to cry over it if I'm not. So I'm going to go to that, return that stuff, come back and edit this video. Let's see. I'm going to show you Coco and Chanel. I think that's it. So let me go ahead and grab the puppies for you so you guys can see them and we'll wrap up the video. I have them both. Chanel was awake but just laying down relaxing. And Coco was asleep, so I woke her up. We've had a really good week this week. Nobody got sick that I know of. Did y'all get sick? I don't think you did. And we've taken several walks this week. I probably shouldn't have said that. They know what that word means. Don't know that we're going to make it today. They are calling for rain and massive amounts of rain starting later, so I do have to do that running around, and if we have time and it's not raining, we will take another walk because they said the storm is coming in. And I'm like, this will be either the 3rd or 4th Saturday in a row where it has rained. I keep getting distracted, guys. There's this bird outside that it's got something in its mouth. I don't know what it is. It's like a piece of dental floss, maybe. I don't know how they would got that, but that's what it looks like, is a piece of dental floss. Here is Coco. One thing, I'm looking at the viewfinder, so I'm not sure. I'll know more when I edit this video, but it looks like the details on the puppies are not showing up as well, so I do need to play around with the lighting on it. So I don't feel like they're showing up as well, especially just if you look at Coco directly in the face. I can see her little eyes glowing a little bit. But anyway, so everybody's doing well. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I promise you I'm going to learn how to use this camera even more, even better, whatever, and hopefully have some better quality videos for you. And at some point this year, I think I'm going to pull the trigger and buy some lights. I know what I want. Just on another note, if you're interested in buying lights, I definitely suggest getting lights that are Kelvin. That is like daylight, and that's what I like. I wouldn't do tungsten. That's just me personally. Tungsten is like regular light bulbs, and they make things look yellow. So when I get the lightings, I'm looking for Kelvin lights. So that is my plan for later on this year. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will chat with you guys later. Bye bye, everybody.